How are you? Welcome to another video of mine. I'd like to speak about a kind of an act of kindness. So we are normally told that people don't forget how you make them feel, and this is very important. So many of us take for granted, we think that things just disappear. Well, there's some very good kinds of act of kindness that people don't forget. It might seem so small or so insignificant, but it goes a long way. So I'd like to speak to you about a story I was told by someone who went through something very tragic in life, but then the person who made them feel good, or the person they remember up to today, was someone who did something that seems very insignificant, but to them they've never forgotten. This is something that happened in 1998 during the bombing by the Al-Shabaab, or the Al-Qaeda people, of the US embassy in Nairobi. And this person used to work in one of the buildings next to the US embassy. Initially it was based in the middle of town. So there were some bombings that targeted the embassy. And during that time, so many people were hurt, some people lost their lives, and guys were taken to hospital. Things just happened, as normally they do of late. Nowadays people are used to this bombing, so a lot of people maybe are now aware of what normally happens. So this person was one of the people who were affected. Luckily, they remained alive. And this person is a close relative of mine. So I remember when we used to stay nearly in the same, basically in the same estate. So there was another, it's a distant relative. So there was another gentleman who used to really come to their house a lot and ask for handouts and help from my uncle, this distant uncle of mine. And sincerely speaking, it could be very irritating, because this uncle of mine only had 3 children, while this other person, nearly every year or every 2 years, he would come and ask for handouts. And sometimes, like, my wife is in hospital, given birth, I need you to assist me to remove her from hospital. You know, those kinds of help. My child needs this and this and this. It would go on and on and on. And they were like, really? Ourselves, we are not completely well off. Well, this person, they keep coming to ask for handouts from us. And my aunt used to wonder, every time, after a few, like a year or so, the wife has given birth. After 2 years, they are coming back. The wife has given birth. They need money to remove her out of hospital. Fine, my uncle had a very good heart. He used to give him. He used to help him. So when this tragedy happened in 1998, I was just speaking to my aunt, I think around January, because I saw her in January, and I think that's when she told me that story. And she told me that when the bombings happened and she went to hospital, you know, she was unconscious. It was shock, and then you get unconscious, you have no idea what is happening. She just found herself in hospital. So when she opened her eyes, the first person she saw was this gentleman. This is the first familiar face she saw. The gentleman who used to come to the house all the time to request for help and ask for help and ask for help. This is the person who was the first one to get to hospital when he heard what had happened. And this incident really touched the heart of that aunt of mine, because it was in 1998. We are in 2020. She's telling me this story in 2020, 18 years ago. And she still remembers how she's still grateful that this person went to hospital to see her. I can assure you this person didn't have money. I can assure you this person, by the time he would reach that hospital, he must have walked or trekked, because he was this kind of very broke gentleman. But he made an effort and went to hospital to see my aunt after the accident. All those people, baby, whom she thought were close to her, were not there when she opened her eyes. But this gentleman was there. I'm sure this gentleman, when he went to hospital, he did not go to assist her in terms of financial help, or even to take anything that would assist her. But he just went to show her that he was really with her and he was really sorry for what had happened, and he made it his business to create time and go and see her. So one thing I'd like to say, sometimes you might tell yourself, I don't even have money, I don't have this. Sometimes just your physical appearance is enough to make someone feel better. Your physical appearance only. You hear something has happened to someone, they've lost a close person, someone has died, just call them. I know at the moment guys are avoiding direct contact or visiting people's houses because we are trying to do the social distance thing. But if you make an effort to call the person, it will really make a great deal, a big difference. Call them and just tell them you are with them, you are thinking of them, you're praying for them. Just encourage them. It really is important. When this aunt of mine opened her eyes and she saw this man, do you think she remembered, like, what are you doing here at this time? Have you come to ask for help again? No. She was so grateful, like, I'm normal, I'm alive, I'm still in this world, so I've seen this person. It was that important. So when you can just do something as an act of kindness, we have so much opportunity and privileges of just doing good. Don't look the other way and just assume. Because I think we are in a time where the world is so negative that it's very rare to see acts of kindness. And the direction where we are going, I think it will get worse. Someone can just see you getting into trouble, they can't even tell you. They'll just assume and pass. So who you do expect to help that person? Because everyone else is thinking the same way as you. Imagine if this person couldn't have gone to hospital. Nobody even asked him to go. But he made an effort and went and saw my aunt when she was in hospital. And she has never forgotten. How many things have happened in between 1998 and 2020? So many things have happened. But this one she has never forgotten. So we are told people will never forget how you make them feel. She has never forgotten how this person made her feel when she opened her eyes and saw him. Look for time, look for just something you can do and do good. You never know how important this might make someone feel. And if you're the person who's also receiving some kind of actness, of gratefulness, an act of kindness, be grateful. Because I can assure you, most of the people who are normally around you, you'll see very few of them in times of trouble. When that bombing occurred, very few people went to hospital to see that aunt of mine. Maybe some of them waited to see her when she came back home. But this gentleman made an effort. So this is a good story. I believe that it will help someone to really think. If you hear someone needs help, someone just needs encouragement, go visit the sick, go visit somebody who maybe lost a loved one. Just be there for them. You might not be able to help them financially at this time, at the moment, but being there physically will really, they will not forget. They will remember. It will create just some peace. It will give them some peace. It will make them see you value them, and they're not only important when they need help from you, but they're important even when you yourself now the roles reverse and you're now the one who needs them. There are people who will be there for you. Thank you so much, and do not forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Click the button, like my video, and kindly comment. I'll appreciate. Also share anything that may be a good story from your side that will be able to assist us also to open our eyes and see things differently. Thank you.